Yeah, coming back with our live coverage here from the Abu Dhabi Film Festival. Last night is one I'll never forget, as we went along for the red carpet and the showing of The Citizen here at the festival. Director Sam Kadi, also William Atherton, and Khaled Nabawy joins us on the show. Khaled, the first thing I'm going to say to you is chill. Just chill, man.
Dude.
What a line that is in the film, and congratulations on your starring role. Fabulous movie.
Thank you very much. We're happy that we're here, and we're happy that we're your station. And really, I will take it from what you said. This chill, dude.
Yeah.
It's a learning process that one can learn from another.
I noticed in the film there that you got this sort of magnetic face anyway. The camera loves you, or you love the camera, because it really looks, you know, when we watched the film last night, it's on you, and we just sort of go along with you, so it's terrific. Especially that little part where a lot of people may have missed this, but there's a part in the film where you've actually sold that car, and there's a guy there jumps into that car very, very quickly, and I thought, I know this guy. He's doing a Hitchcock on me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam, you were in there, yeah? That was you. Tell me it was you.
Yeah, that was me. I think I might be nominated for Best Supporting Actor Academy this year for that.
This is your first feature movie.
Sure.
Yeah. Before that, you were on obviously making shorts and documentaries and things like this.
Well, I had several shorts made in the past, and promotional films and one documentary, but all in the short format kind of thing. And my last short that I made won 8 awards and got 6 other nominations, and that was kind of my strong calling card to make my feature.
Getting these people together, getting these important people, this gentleman here, of course, you're in that big movie as well, and you're from Cairo in Egypt, I believe, and you were in was it the Kingdom of Heaven, was it, the movie?
Kingdom of Heaven, yes.
Yeah, you were Saladin's advisor, I believe, in that film.
Yes, true.
Yeah, and it's just great to see you here in Abu Dhabi and to see you in this film. Sam, getting these people together, difficult. Here's a gentleman here that I'm so excited to see. I mentioned to you just the other day that I said I can't believe you got Bill Atherton here in the film. He's made over, I don't know, 80 films, and I was telling my colleague
Couldn't
Mark.
see you've not slept for a week.
I've said no. I've seen this guy in so many movies. I said, and I said to Sam, is he going to play a good guy in this one? Because normally it's a bit edgy, isn't it, with William? But he said, you said no, he's even worse in this. William, welcome to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Great to have you on the program today.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here.
Just to explain for the benefit of our listeners as well, you've been in so many movies. I mean, you've been in 2 Die Hards for a start. They asked you back for the second one as well. Several films, The Last Samurai, this television series. Your face just crops up time and time again.
Well, it's. I mean, I'm extraordinarily lucky. The thing that I was lucky about was that I did the first feature of a very interesting young guy named Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
And Sugarland, and from that Locust, and lots of things after that. So I was enormously lucky to meet those people. This
part you play in this particular film, of course, is you're the prosecutor of the case.
Right. I'm the prosecutor, and it's what's very interesting about it. And what's great what Sam did was that. I play what any kind of prosecutor would do. I play it with, Sam arranged it to play it with a degree of integrity and strength. And we were talking last night, it's kind of the best of America and the worst of America.
Yeah, you don't seem to have any conscience, though, do you? You know, you're very
I think,
nasty.
I think a lot of it has to do with... it was a time when everybody was very on edge. It was a time when everybody was rather fearful and uncertain and looking at different people differently in ways that that usually is not done. And so how do you kind of collect yourself with some kind of integrity as a lawyer, trying to find out what's true and what isn't true.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that can be very unattractive sometimes. And I wanted to play it with an idea that this man really does think certain things are not correct.
Right.
And that if it is correct, then he really has to defend himself and make it clear. So that was what was fun about it.
And of course, the other thing we're thinking about this just today, that a lot of people watching the film last night could have said that the officials were rather bad, nasty towards our lead character. But as you say, at the time, a lot of people were very fearful. They had to stick by the rules, and this gentleman is coming in from another country, making up a few excuses, giving the false hotel, saying that his brother was going to pick him up. That didn't happen. He went to the wrong airport. So these sort of little mistakes that he made from the beginning obviously puts on the alert of these security people.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And, you know, in America, we hadn't seen war like that for 150 years. We hadn't seen that kind of fear, that kind of uncertainty, and it was a brand new psychological thing for people. And it was a hard road to kind of travel to reassert and reconnect yourself in a way that was right, or you felt proper, or you felt was true. And this is kind of, that's what was so great about what Sam did in the film, is that there's that atmosphere is all through the film. This great uncertainty, what is happening here, what isn't happening here, and it makes it very dramatically compelling. That's what I thought. He did a great job of that.
Just coming back to Khaled though, and of course in that courtroom scene, at the end, you kind of get your own back, don't you? You've been doing all your reading up of the American Constitution and history, and really you come out on top. That must have been a very satisfying scene for you to actually shoot.
So, but you know, it's
don't give too much away, Mark, please. Spoiler alert here.
Satisfying. Yeah.
Don't give it away, please.
I hope it did satisfy you guys, because when we are working, we just see it's a job that we have to fulfill, and we have a director that he has to be happy.
Yeah.
This is the most important. And when you have on set in this courtroom, which is very cozy, a legend, Bill Atherton, and Carrie Elwes, this is not easy.
No.
Since it's not my mother tongue language.
Yeah. So the pressure was on, was it?
Not the pressure. No, I was just okay. I was just thinking about Ibrahim. To live Ibrahim, because Ibrahim, which is very interesting, he doesn't feel he's guilty. He's not guilty. He has done nothing against the American society. Actually, he loves the American society because of the dream, the American dream.
Sure. He's got the T-shirt.
He's got and he's won the lottery. But you can see throughout the film there, really, if you pick up on the various characters and the various characters that Ibrahim actually meets along the way and helps and becomes friends, that there's a moral to this story, Sam, because you work out different nationalities, and along that way, it's quite an interesting one, really, that he's being singled out because he comes from a certain part of the world, but he's ready to help others. I'm thinking, of course, about the African American character, the Christmas scene. I'm desperately not trying to give anything away here, but you had a moral of a story going through the film.
Absolutely. I mean, going back to the this is an international movie, and that was designed this way. And, you know, give credit to everybody who worked in this movie. I mean, all the way from our executive producer, which we are honored to have him here, Dr. Kapoor, who without him this movie would never be made. He believed in the message, and he, you know, pushed it all the way through, and definitely the rest of our, you know, producers and associate producers and the entire team. And yeah, the design was definitely to be an international, to be international, and to have this feel about, you know, we're human, and it's not about your skin tone, and it's not about, you know, your language, and you know, it's not about your religion.
Sure.
It's about your heart and who you are. And I think that was the design, and even having Khaled as an, you know, as an Arab, playing the Arab, I think this is the only way to make this movie as authentic as possible. And I think this is what we, you know, try to accomplish in a story that's entertaining, dramatic, and it's not preaching. It is just trying to, you know, to get the story, you know, going and rolling, and you're on a journey. It's an experience, especially for anybody who went through, you know, immigration process.
Sure.
And this is New York.
I
mean, New York, you're not gonna see three people in the same spot. They're from the same nationality. This is what New York is all about.
Sure. The reason we put as the gentleman came in this afternoon, as regards putting the headphones on, and William said, no, I don't really need headphones. And I thought, well, I think you do, because in the background here, playing away now,
let's have a listen.
And wondering who is kissing you.
Maybe you can tell us what that is.
What'll I do?
Nice voice. Nice
Lovely voice.
That was. I was doing a movie called The Day of the Locust, and I was singing in a dressing room, and Karen Black was looping that day. And she said, they're looking for somebody to sing the title song of The Great Gatsby. Why don't you go in and sing for them? So what I did was, I went in, I gave a different name. This man came out of a booth and said, what are you doing tomorrow morning? And I said, I don't know. He said, well, could you come in and do this? And I said, fine. And his name was Nelson. I didn't know it was Nelson Riddle. I just thought it was a very nice man named Nelson. So I went in and I sang the song, and that's where it is. And I sang a lot of other stuff in the movie too, but that was the main thing. And
in fact, just a couple of weeks ago, probably for the 6th time, I was watching the kid that stays in the picture.
Yeah, they reprised it.
Yeah. And again, you're featured in that with the same song.
With the same
Sam,
song.
did you know this? Did he tell you about this?
No, he did not. And if I knew this, definitely we have a song in the movie. I would have saved a lot of money by pulling some favors here. You know, this is amazing to hear this right now.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a real honour to have you on our show this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
And I hope it's brought back a few memories from The Great Gatsby there, and also the great film The Citizen.
Khaled, thank you very much. William, thank you, sir. Thank you indeed. Sam, all the very best. Let's look at your next feature film and come and see us again in Abu Dhabi.
Thanks so much for having me.